What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JV Money Show. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple mainstream media news clips here. We're going to try and analyze and see if the mainstream media gets it after Battery Day. So I made some predictions before Battery Day. A lot of leaks came out with the new battery cell, the bigger one, the Roadrunner cell, and a couple other advancements with the dry electrode and things that are just going to change the game in the long run. So none of these changes are going to happen right now, which is obvious, right? So Elon said about 12 months to 3-year time period before they start seeing the implications of these battery advancements. With the price coming down, the longer range, the more power. They're building their own batteries. They're going to have battery production in all the gigafactories. A lot of announcements happen, but nothing like groundbreaking that'll happen right now, which we all expected. But I think the stock price is not reflecting that, because the stock price is way down because a lot of people thought these changes would happen right now. But as I said before, whenever there are these big announcements like the Cybertruck or Autonomy Day, the stock never goes up because mainstream media don't really get the implications of the long-term effects on it. So let's check this out right now. And guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. That helps out a lot. Still a very small channel. We're trying to hit 100 subs. So subscribe and like the video. Let's get started.
Tesla's down in the pre-market after its much-anticipated Battery Day. At that event, Elon Musk said his big goal was to drive down battery costs, but he adds that the technology to make that happen will take some time.
Yep.
To be clear, it will take us probably a year to 18 months to start realizing these advantages, and probably to fully realize the advantages, probably it's about 3 years or thereabouts.
Yeah, which was expected, which, it takes time to ramp up a production of a new cell and a new way to build them, a new way to manufacture them. They took out a lot of processes from before. Oh, yes, the one thing that was, a lot of things were amazing, but one thing that was amazing was they took a look at how things were done for the longest time, and they're like, why are we doing it like that? Let's just restart and do it our way. And then they took out all these like unnecessary processes, and they simplified it down. Okay, sorry. All right,
so Jim, Street's a bit split today on, regardless of how much time it takes, the fact that it would happen at all could improve volume and margins. Others are saying that even though that's a long-term story, near-term, there's not many catalysts to drive the stock.
Well, look, I think that you've got this process by which the stock is up really big ahead of Battery Day, and then he delivers what? I mean, Phil LeBeau sent me some terrific stuff. He delivered, targeting 56% drop in the cost of battery cells. That matters tremendously.
It's going to be huge.
We were talking about the million-mile battery. What a setup that almost nobody could possibly deliver. And the 20 million vehicles. A lot of people have been talking.
Hold on a second. Okay, the mainstream media. Okay, obviously, if you don't follow it like how we follow it, you wouldn't really know. If you do the math on it, these battery cells coming out are the the million-mile battery cells. So there's 3 different ones that he's there's like the one for the long range and medium, and then there's 3 different kinds. And the one that was all nickel something, I forget, but it is the million-mile battery. He announced it, but he didn't plainly say it. Oh, this is the million-mile battery. And there's a couple reasons why I think he didn't do that. If he said that, people would want to wait for this battery cell and not want to buy Teslas, maybe. Or they just think that they're okay. So what happens a lot of times is people that are like Elon, they'll say something and they'll think everyone gets it, but because to him it's simple, but to a lot of people they don't get it. So they did announce the million-mile battery. I guess Kramer didn't really realize it. He's on Team Tesla, but he's still learning. He's still getting it. He's still trying to get it.
About the idea that one day he could do 20 million, so therefore that's a lot more than Toyota, so therefore you could justify the valuation. We've got analysts, we got Pick Bear, we got people who say, listen, it's finally come down, you want to be it. Here's the way I look at it, Carl. I think if you like Tesla before, you like Tesla after, and if you didn't like it before, you don't like it after, because it's Elon Musk, and you're betting on Musk. And I wish there were more to it, David. Musk is Musk per share, okay? It's Musk per share.
Yeah. It's funny to listen to him sort of under-promising in a way.
Wasn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean, lack of hyperbole.
Well, the 20 million cars is kind of
yeah. And by the way, one of his more interesting things, Jim, was his saying that he's confident they can make a compelling $25,000 electric vehicle that is also fully autonomous.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a game changer.
I think that
25
could be?
grand
What do you mean?
for a full EV autonomous vehicle in 3 years?
Well, Phil's talking about how low they can really lower the price of this.
That's going to be a game changer. That's going to be humongous. So the Model 3 is already at price parity with like a Honda Civic or a Corolla. But over time, like the price of ownership over time compares to those. But the initial purchase price is higher. But it's hard to articulate to people that without the maintenance costs and the fuel costs, that it's in price parity with the Model 3. There are actually videos out there that you can show your significant other if you're trying to convince them to get a Tesla instead of a Corolla or a Civic. I'll leave links to those in the description, but it's already on price parity. But I know what they're talking about. It's like people when they initially go up to the website. I was gonna say dealership, but on the website, and you see 25,000, then they'll be compelled to buy. Right now, it's like you can get it as low as 35 or around 40 in between there. But people see that number and they get scared. So yeah, I see what they're saying. But it is a huge, and they're underselling it. $25,000 electric car that's fully autonomous is a huge deal. It's going to change everything. That's when you're going to see Tesla really skyrocket.
But yes, that would be a real game changer. And of course, it would also make the skies cleaner. It could do a lot. And, you know, Carl, I think that there's a lot of people still excited that he's a bit like Henry Ford. Okay, he gets the cost down. It pays the workers okay, and everybody does better. I don't know. I'm a believer in the guy. This is not Nikola, okay? This is not Ricola. Right. This is
yeah, for sure, Nikola.
It's not a truck going
We're talking
down a
supply
hill.
again.
Yeah.
No, but again, we're talking about supply, and you keep referencing the fresh bearish pick. And part of their point is that they're just worried about the consumer in a recessionary environment. How does that play in?
Well, I think it's a good piece because I think that Tesla is somewhat recession-proof. Not recession resistant. That's the new term. Companies are either recession resistant or recession proof.
Yeah, so Tesla proved this in the pandemic. Their sales numbers were still strong after the pandemic hit, and their factories were shut down. They were still selling every single car that they made when all the other car manufacturers took a huge nosedive. So yeah, he's right.
I like the bear piece, because it does present the negatives and the positives. It's a price target boost, by the way. And I always find, David, when they do boost the price target, you have to be more positive than negative.
Okay. All right. So that was okay. Kramer is Team Tesla now. So he kind of gets it. He misstepped on a few things, but that wasn't too bad. But the stock, it's at 381 right now. So, 376 actually. So a lot of what happened is, on my Instagram, I have a lot of investors on there, and what a lot of them were doing, they were buying a lot of stock before the battery day announcement happened, because for some reason they thought after battery day happened, the stock would go up. But it did the exact opposite and went down. So I don't know. I even warned them that it was gonna go down, but it's a long-term thing. Okay, let's check out this one. I have one more video here. Let's check it out and see.
Investor Ibrahim Al-Husseini joins us this morning, founder at Full Cycle. Try to process the news that we did get, Ibrahim, and maybe to some degree the stock's reaction on the near-term news and the prospect of longer-term news. What was your takeaway?
Good morning, Carl. Good to be back. So yeah, it was an underwhelming announcement. There was a lot of expectations for the stock and for the technology that they were going to announce.
What?
And really, if you boil it down, what the announcement was, it was that, there's a promising technological breakthrough that may or may not happen between now and the next 3 years if all these 19 stars align. And I think the market was expecting something immediate and something transformative. And
oh my God, guys. Oh my God. All right. Here it is. Here's the video. Okay. Kramer was doing okay, but this guy just totally ruined it with this guy. So he thought something would be immediate. So when you discover something new, like some new battery chemistry or a new battery cell, it takes time to ramp up production, to finish testing and ramp it up. They have like this the facility, what's it called, the pilot facility, pumping out like thousands of batteries right now. So that's just the first one, and it's going to take a little bit more time to perfect what's happening, but this is happening. It's not like it's if the stars align and all this. This guy this is what I was looking for, actually. These guys. So he thinks as soon as they come up with a new battery cell technology, all of a sudden it's in all the cars and it's immediate. It doesn't work like that. I know it doesn't work like that. I'm not even in this. I'm a YouTuber, and I know it doesn't work like that. Jeez.
So appreciate Elon's desire to produce a greener, more recycled, higher density battery, but it seems like the technological breakthrough towards that are still speculative. So the market reacted negatively to that news.
Right. The bull cases that we're seeing built today say that if you were to be able to cut the cost by 56% in 3 years, it would have enormous ramifications on volume, implications for margins, and ostensibly positive for the stock. But I think Cramer said it best this morning. If you were a believer going into the event, you remain a believer, and if you weren't, maybe you're not.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it's absolutely true that the battery technologies worldwide, Teslas and everybody else's, will continue to get cheaper and better. So that's a given. That's just, the all laws that support technological breakthroughs support that theory. So that's already baked into the price.
Hold on. So you're saying Teslas and everybody else's will get cheaper? Like Tesla is way ahead of the competition. I don't know.
All the disruptive capacity of the technology is already baked into the price. There's everything else is just, sexy brand, Elon cult personality, who of course deserves all the credit in the world. But even he admitted before the stock split that it was too expensive. So this is all,
So I get what he's saying, how the future breakthroughs and stuff is already baked into the Tesla price right now, the stock price, because a lot of people are betting on the future of Tesla. They don't want to miss out. So a lot of people were investing because they don't want to miss out like they missed out on Apple and Amazon. So people are throwing their money in, and it is way up. It is like, it's too high for what the company is actually worth. So I do see what he's saying there. But also, when Elon said that the stock price is too high, he was giving a hint for the split. So he wasn't saying that the stock price is too high and we're not worth that. He was saying the stock price is too high and people can't buy, so that's why the split is coming, so people can afford to buy more stock. That's what he was hinting at. All right, let's keep going.
The disruptive potential is already baked.
Oh, we lost you there.
Ibrahim, I think we may have lost him, but Carl, I thought it was interesting. He just said that the disruptive technology already baked in, but a lot of folks are looking at the fact that Tesla is bringing that technology in-house. Oh, Ibrahim, are you with us again?
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you see and hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Yes, you cut out for a moment. Let me pick up where you left
he's
that.
bringing
You
that
said
in-house,
that the disruptive technology is already baked in, but as I was just saying to Carl, the fact that Tesla is aiming to bring battery production in-house sort of streamline that supply chain, that supply channel, like
pretty
other
good.
tech companies have done.
Pretty impressed.
Does that build into the bull case, especially 3 to 5 years out?
I mean, let me quote Elon when I say that he said it's 1,000 to 10,000 times harder to build the machines that make batteries. So this is, if anybody can do it, Tesla can. But unfortunately, and I hate to be down on Elon, but he usually does not always meet the timelines of which he expects technology to be market ready. So,
okay. This guy's pissing me off. Yeah. So he doesn't. Okay. Say you make a goal. All right. And by next year, let's throw something out there. I'm going to make $10,000 a month. Okay. You set that goal. This is what Elon does. Okay. And then it takes him a year and a half. Okay. And then you make $10,000 a month. You still hit that goal and you're way better than you were before. And then in that year that passed, so you didn't make 10,000 yet. A year went by. You're making 8,000. You're still killing it. You're still doing great. but you didn't quite hit the goal. He hits all the targets that he sets, but sometimes it's a little further out. With the Model 3, with the Y was early, actually. That came out early. The Model 3 was a little late. The Model Y came out early, and we'll see what happens with the Cybertruck. But Elon sets goals, and he usually hits them. I don't know, like, it's so frustrating when these people, I've seen this argument a lot. Elon doesn't, his timelines are off, but he smashes those goals. Eventually he does do them. And now sometimes he does them early. So,
you know, it'll happen. I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon.
Ibrahim, he can be modest on occasion. He said that he thought there was, little chance that SpaceX and Tesla would ever succeed when he cashed out of his shares of PayPal. Is this another case of him being modest? I mean, he's already beating the competition. Where does Battery Day place Tesla in terms of that competition with Volkswagen and others coming out with EV autos over the next few years? Not just
she's
one
pretty
year,
good.
but a
I'm
few
impressed
years
by her.
further than that.
She can see into the, like,
so that's the biggest
she's
issue
projecting
is Volkswagen. Volkswagen, after their issue with Dieselgate, had all this lead time to start pivoting towards EVs. So they have all this technology, all this momentum, all these models that are going to be entering the market, which some of them already have, and more as the years to come. So Tesla's had this entire landscape to itself, and now it's going to have to start competing with these legacy players who also have a lot of money, a lot of experience building really great interiors. People are used to them. They love some of these brands. It's going to be a lot harder just to, it's going to be a lot harder to compete when there's a lot more choices for consumers.
Competition's coming. This guy, even the host laughed a bit at the end there. She was like, oh my God. You hear the same argument with these guys. Competition is coming over and over and over again. And he even said Volkswagen, like, some of them are out yet, but they came out and there's huge problems with them. And they have to recall all of them and do like a update. And man, it's just like the same arguments over and over against Elon. Like, what is, like, that guy seemed to like have it out for Elon. He's just like, everything that came out of his mouth about it was negative, when the girl was really positive and kind of looking out into the future, and kind of she had a positive outlook on things, and kind of like where our mindset is at. It's not what's happening like Battery Day and it takes effect right now. It's what's happening with Battery Day and then within the next year to 3 years, and how far ahead of the competition Tesla is. Like, they're already way ahead of the competition, and with this battery production, bringing it in-house, putting it in gigafactories all over the world. Their plans to have a gigafactory on every single continent, building their own new bigger battery cell. Like, it's just so they're in the lead, and they're accelerating the lead. So the mainstream media, so they're getting better. Okay, that guy was horrible. Whoever that guy was, he's one of the worst I've ever seen. He's horrible. But the host, the woman, the host, I don't know her name, but she was smart. She got it. The other guy, not so much. Kramer is getting it. He's getting better, and I'm actually impressed by what I've seen right here. The hosts are actually starting to get it. Not all of them. Okay, so I'd give it like a 4 out of 10 maybe rating on mainstream media getting it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think they're getting it? Do you think they're way behind? What do you think of that analyst guy they had on? I think he was completely terrible. I'll leave a link to a video that'll convince your significant other to get a Tesla instead of a Civic or a Corolla. It's really well done. It's like it compares the price over, I think, 5 years, and then it shows you that it's pretty much the same. So check that video out. If you're new here, subscribe, like the video, check out the Patreon page if you want to help support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out of here. Peace.